Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I will be reacting to What If Alexis rode with the protagonist instead of Jaden, Part 2.
Okay, you done that? Well then, let's start with the video. Where we last left off, Alexis and her friends, Mindy and Jasmine, were staring into the face of a once dear friend, Zane Truesdale.
Zane has turned evil, oh no!
Now only a shell of what she once recognized. His eyes filled with pure fiery rage, as she wondered if there was a glimmer of recognition to her past friendship. Zane turned away and walked towards the island.
Cold, very cold.
Alexis yelled after him, hoping to get some kind of reaction. However, Zane completely ignored her, and her call was met by deaf ears.
Even colder.
As Alexis and her friends walked back to their dorms, she wondered if this was Sartorius' doing. Had he turned Zane like he almost turned her?
That doesn't seem really possible.
But it was impossible. Zane's shadowy, dark demeanor, as well as his outfit, didn't match the MO of the Society of Light. This was an entirely new issue, which
The black outfit is probably the coolest.
had arrived at Duel Academy. The next morning, Alexis awoke to the news of several duelists which were found unconscious with severe burns around their neck and arms. Even Miss Fontaine couldn't
shot collar duels.
identify the cause. However, it seems each duelist was found with a duelist activated, almost like they were in the middle of a duel. Alexis had a horrible feeling at the bottom of her stomach that Zane was connected to these events, as it only started happening as soon as he arrived at the island.
Dark Zane at his finest.
An announcement was made by Chancellor Shepherd that there was going to be a new curfew for duelists, as it was too dangerous for people to walk alone around campus. This was around the same time Alexis ran into Aster Phoenix. With a calm expression on his
Destiny heroes.
face, he seemed almost unbothered by the events that had occurred the last few days. Alexis asked Aster if he knew anything about what was going on, and if Sartorius was behind this. You see, after Alexis had defeated Aster and helped him realize that dueling was also about having fun, there was almost a mutual respect between the two duelists. Aster told her that Sartorius had nothing to do with the injured duelists.
That is actually true in this and in the show too.
And that was in fact Zane Truesdale who was responsible, which confirmed Alexis' nightmare. He also told Alexis that Zane was no longer a regular duelist. He was known as a rare hunter. However, even amongst the rare hunters, what made Zane so dangerous was that he wasn't looking for any money or rare cards. He just wanted to win. Meaning he would do anything to make that happen.
Just wanting to win is dangerous.
He just wants to win, and he doesn't really care who he has to step on. According to your brother, all he really cares about is victory. That's right. You people are all the same to me. A bunch of worthless maggots.
Aster went on to explain how Sartorius had asked Zane to duel Alexis. However, Zane played by his own rules and didn't take orders from anyone. Alexis confidently told Aster about their friendship and told him that Zane would never hurt her. However, Aster only smirked and showed Alexis an image of the school infirmary. And there lying on the bed was Zane's last victim, a raw yellow duelist called Cyrus Truesdale, Zane's younger brother.
Not Cyrus!
That just confirmed it. The Zane she knew no longer existed, and that Alexis would inevitably be targeted by Zane. A few days went by, and Zane was still nowhere to be found. However, due to the danger, Chancellor Shepherd announced that the Gen X tournament would be cancelled. Alexis couldn't find any leads to the location of Zane. However, did receive a mystery note in her locker, which told her to meet on the side of the mountain alone. Alexis was waiting for something like this. She knew it was because of her Zane was called here in the first place. And she felt it was her responsibility to deal with Zane and even bring him back to how she remembered him. Because
Fair, very fair.
she missed her friend. So when the sun went down, Alexis snuck out of her dorm and headed to the side of the mountain with her duelist at the ready. But there was no one there.
Wouldn't that be dangerous, dueling on the side of a mountain?
She yelled for Zane to come out. However, a dark silhouette appeared behind her. It was Chaz. Even with Chaz being possessed by Sartorius and the Society of Light, he was still
Evil Chaz.
madly in love with Alexis and would stop at nothing to make her join the Society of Light with him. So he and Alexis could rule on the winning side together. In the past few days, Chaz had caused a lot of problems.
He probably defeated like 100 duelists in a row.
Almost single-handedly defeating most of the Obelisk Blue Dome.
They'll all be dressed in white soon enough, but they won't look as good as me.
Chaz, you know you prefer black. It hides all the stains.
As well as painting school white in Sartorius' name. You see, even though Alexis didn't really have time to deal with Chaz, she acknowledged that it was her fault that Chaz had turned in the first place. And therefore, making Chaz also her responsibility. So she reluctantly agreed to a duel. Alexis had made some serious improvements to her deck. If you remember from the last video, she now had a deck comprised of cyber angels as well as her ice cards given to her by Sartorius.
Smart choice.
A mix match of both decks, giving her one powerful deck. However, what she didn't realize was Chaz had also upgraded his deck with the help of Sartorius. So now, not only did Chaz have an upgraded deck similar to Alexis, he also had been dueling pretty much non-stop for Sartorius in order to gather him an army of followers. So his skills and experience were sharp compared to Alexis, who hadn't really dueled much since her last duel with Aster Phoenix.
Most members of the Society of Light were defeated by Chaz, and Chaz is one of the strongest duelists, so it makes sense.
Before the duel was about to begin, someone familiar screamed her name and ran up to her. Of course, it was Sergeant Tyranno Hasselberry.
Dino DNA!
He had
Dino DNA!
camped outside Alexis' dorm ever since they became friends, and seen Alexis leave the dormitory after curfew, and gotten worried. Alexis acted annoyed by his interruption, but was secretly happy to see him. Hasselberry reminded her how she broke out of Sartorius' spell, and that the same could work on Chaz, and Alexis immediately knew what to do. And she whispered some instructions to Hasselberry, which after he heard them, smiled and ran down the hill in military fashion, and returned promptly, handing Alexis 4 cards, which she shuffled into her deck.
The 3 Ojamas and Ojama Delta Hurricane, if I remember correctly.
Alexis started the duel as she normally does, using the Cyber Angel cards.
Alright, let's see.
You can earn gift cards.
Ad, hold on, I'll be right back. It was a short ad.
Cyber, rise!
This is from episode 3.
However, Chaz only laughed and spouted nonsense about the Society of Light.
Here's the deal, losers. Obelisk Blue, Cypher Red, they're all just a big joke. If you want to be where it's at, then come with me and see the light.
Which irritated Alexis more than he normally did. She honestly missed the old Chaz.
Obelisk White?
Chaz countered by summoning the White Knight Swordsman, cards which Alexis had never seen before. Alexis was on the back foot as Chaz was pulling off combos effortlessly. The problem with Alexis' playstyle against Chaz was the fact that Chaz seemed to expect everything that Alexis was throwing at him, as he had been watching her duel from the very early days of Duel Academy. Chaz had also been informed about Alexis' new ice cards from Sartorius. It seemed like Chaz had done his homework and come at Alexis with a proper strategy to specifically take her down.
Is that so? I bet I know another one of your perks. A white room complete with padded walls. Did you happen to see that in your future, Chaz?
So
yes, he did.
Alexis decided to try a different technique and summoned, you guessed it, Ojama Yellow.
Just like I predicted.
Chaz was completely taken aback, with Alexis playing Ojama Yellow. Yellow asked Chaz if he missed having them in his deck.
Wrong. I think but I'm just not sure anymore.
Cracks was starting to show in Chaz, and Alexis used this opportunity to summon the other two Ujamas, Ujama Green and Ujama Black. Three of the four cards which she had asked Hasselberry to retrieve for her.
Dino DNA.
Playing the cards, Chaz couldn't take it anymore. Chaz threw away his white coat and put on his black coat, which seemed to materialize out of nowhere.
Like I always say, if it can't hide the dirt, then I don't want it over my shirt.
He just made it up.
As Chaz came back to his senses, Alexis took this opportunity to use the last card she had asked Hasselberry to get for her. Ujama Delta Hurricane, which wiped out Chaz's board, leaving him wide open for Alexis to finish him off. Having Chaz back on her side was a huge relief, even though that was something she would never tell him. Alexis headed back to her dorm. She was exhausted from her duel with Chaz. However, there was a mysterious figure outside the door, clouded in shadow, waiting by her door. It was the one she was looking for, no other than Zane Truesdale. She approached him, her whole body feeling very fatigued. She attempted to speak to Zane. However, he only replied with
Game on!
Even the way he spoke was nothing like his old self.
That would be scary.
His words cut deep with a stern ferociousness, like a wild animal. He carried a black suitcase in one arm, and a dark bladed dual disc with his other arm. Alexis was determined to duel Zane, hoping if she won, Zane would snap out of whatever spell he was under. She cursed Chaz. If she hadn't dueled him previously, she would have been ready for Zane. But at that exact moment, a soothing voice spoke out to her. A voice she recognized very well. When she turned around to see the face of her brother, she only saw Nightshroud, the evil spirit that had possessed her brother so long ago. It was back. But Atticus assured her that it was under his control, and that was actually his plan to call back Nightshroud.
Thanks for seeing. Mr. Rhodes, I'm in a bit of a quandary, and you're the only one who can help me. But you mustn't tell a soul.
What's up?
It's your friend Zane. He's gotten himself into a heap of trouble. Recently, he got his hands on a forbidden deck known as the Underworld.
Cyberdark monsters.
I have reason to believe that Zane Truesdale is under the control of an evil force, and I can't help it. But you can. After all, you're no stranger to battling inner demons, are you?
Atticus stood in front of her as he prepared to duel Zane. However, before the duel started, Zane opened the suitcase, revealing three spiked collars. Atticus, surprisingly without a word, took
Shot collar duelist,
placed it around his neck and arms, while Zane did the very same. The duel began with Atticus summoning Red Eyes Black Chick and tributing it to the Red Eyes Black Dragon, Nightshroud's signature card. When it came to Zane's turn, he used a card from his new deck, the Underworld deck, which contained the Cyberdark monsters. As Zane took control of the duel with his new cards, Atticus screamed in pain as he lost some life points, activating the electric collar around his neck, sending a jolt of electricity down his body.
Star Wars.
This was a duel like
Doesn't really seem fair though. Zane doesn't get affected by them at all.
no other. Alexis's brother, using the power of Nightshroud versus her best friend who had lost his way, taking severe amounts of electricity when losing life points. Something Zane seemed completely unaffected by.
Exactly, it doesn't seem that fair.
This combined with Nightshroud was still no match for Zane and his Underworld deck. Zane showed no love towards his cards and tossed them away in order to boost his other monsters.
Tossed like 36 cards away.
Showing no respect for his cards. Something that old Zane would never have done. As Atticus was defeated, so was Nightshroud. See, Atticus thought that if Zane defeated Nightshroud, it would help him defeat the darkness inside himself. But he was dead wrong.
That does sound very frightful.
Hold on. So your mind is still under the control of the shadows? I'm not being brainwashed. I just figured out the truth, that's all. Yeah, so what's the truth? All that matters is victory. Come on. You don't really believe that, Zane, do you? I'm not playing games, Atticus!
He does. I mean, he does believe that.
As Zane walked away, his shadowy silhouette was the last thing Atticus saw before passing out.
I don't recall Zane collecting his cards and putting them in the graveyard. He literally threw them all away.
Alexis ran to her brother's side, yelling at Zane as he walked away. She took her brother to the hospital and sat with him during the night. Enough was enough. Alexis pulled out her deck to have a look at the cards, and a stray card fell from her pocket. She bent down to pick up the card. It was the White Veil spell card given to her by Sartorius. A card she hadn't used since she broke out of his spell. The card still frightened her.
Fair.
However, she knew this was the only way to turn the tides on Zane, using the live destruction to her advantage. But was she strong enough to control it? She inserted the card into a deck and rested the night, making sure Atticus was looked after. Alexis headed instinctively to the pier where she knew she would find him. And just as she predicted, Zane stood in the exact place they had hung out together, looking out onto the ocean. Alexis activated the dual disc. Zane smirked and said, "It's about time, Alexis," and opened the suitcase, revealing the same electric color she had previously seen her brother wear.
If you are serious about going through with this, then you'll have to enter my world.
Alexis was hesitant, but decided to take after her brother and was determined to beat Zane at his own game.
Fair enough.
And put on the electric collar around her neck and arms. Alexis kept a calm exterior, knowing better to let her emotions cloud her judgment. However, it was difficult, as her brother was constantly on her mind in the hospital bed. Zane could tell what she was thinking and go to her using her anger and trying to convince her that all that matters is power.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus. Makes you stronger.
Fair enough. Also fair enough. Yes, I said it twice.
Alexis ignored his taunt and started the duel. She summoned her snow fairy in attack mode, meaning all spell cards are frozen for one turn, stopping Zane using any of his fusion spell cards. You see, Zane was very famous for using his fusion monsters.
Polymerization, power bond, overload fusion. There are plenty. Future fusion, time fusion. There are a lot.
Destroy his opponents in one turn, especially with his new Underworld deck. Zane seemed unfazed by this play and summoned his Infernal Dragon in defense mode, which had a measly 0 defense.
Seems weird, but it makes sense.
Alexis thinking she had outsmarted him, attacks his monster in defense mode. However, Zane's Underworld deck relied on monsters in the graveyard, which Zane took full
specifically dragons in the graveyard.
advantage of with his Cyber Dark Horn, which lets him summon back his Infernal Dragon and absorbing his attack points, destroying Alexis' monster.
And now, Dark Horn, attack that one directly!
Causing it to lose 1,700 life points, which took a
2,300.
drastic toll on her as the neck and arm collars sent a bolt of electricity down into her body, sending her to her knees. She was breathing heavy, and her vision became blurry for a second. The pain was intense. Alexis knew that if the duel continued like this, she would pass out before even losing the duel. She had no choice. She had to tap into the live destruction in order to combat whatever dark power was clouding Zane's mind.
Like when Jaden had to tap into the Supreme King's power against Yugioh in Season 3?
She searched her soul to find the piece of the light which was still inside her. She knew it never left her completely. Alexis's eyes changed color. However, she was still in control of her senses, and most importantly, over her mind. She felt an incredible flow of energy through her body as she felt more in control of the duel.
That's power.
Artorias' senses suddenly changed in Alexis as well, and grew worried as the powers over the light of destruction was becoming dangerously strong, and it was something that could potentially undermine him if he.
Yeah, I get why he's surprised, shocked, frightened, or whatever.
allows it to grow. Alexis channeling the energy drew the card White Veil, almost like Destiny had placed it there for her. Alexis summoned the White Knight Dragon.
Sacrifice my queen and my cold sleeper to summon this! My White Knight Dragon!
One of the key monsters in the deck, and activated White Veil. Zane was taken aback momentarily. However, once playing the card, she could feel herself suddenly lose control of her powers.
Darn.
Fighting for control of her own mind. The power was great. However, Alexis' mind focused on Atticus in the hospital room.
She needs to control her mind first.
Waiting for her. She managed to pull through and declare an attack, destroying Zane's cyber dark monsters and eliminating any trace of spell trap cards on his board. Zane smirked and glared at Alexis whilst taking the full brunt of the electricity from the shock collar. As the duel continued, Alexis realized the fatigue from the electricity as well as trying to keep the live destruction at bay was taking a huge toll on her.
Makes her tired.
She knew that she wouldn't last long in this duel. However, she did have the advantage in the duel. Alexis, mustering the last of her strength,
it's not that big of an advantage.
Used her White Knight Dragon to attack Zane and win the duel. In response, Zane effortlessly activated a trap card called Power Wall.
That card can be terrifying, depending on the deck.
Sending a chunk of his deck to the graveyard, reducing the damage to zero. On his turn, Zane used polymerization, using Cyberdark Keel, Cyberdark Edge, and Cyberdark Horn to create Cyberdark Dragon.
One of the best monsters in Zane's deck, in my opinion.
This monster gained 100 attack for each monster he had sent to the graveyard, and Zane had just sent most of his deck. And he wasn't done. He activated his last face-down trap card, which was called Last Turn.
Terrifying trap.
A very powerful trap card. This card meant that Zane could choose one monster on his field, which was the Cyberdark Dragon, and send the rest of his cards on his hand and field to the graveyard. And in turn, Alexis would choose one monster from her deck to face it in combat. And the player whose monster remains alone on the field at the end phase of his turn wins the duel.
Yeah, he seemingly won.
It was over for Alexis, as she had no monsters in her deck powerful enough to compete with Zane's Cyberdark Dragon.
Shining Angel.
Zane had completely flipped the duel on his head. However, Alexis hadn't given up, and she looked to her deck with desperation. She eventually sunk her head to the ground and placed one monster on the field. It was called Shining Angel. Zane laughed and called her pathetic, and blasted the Shining Angel with his dragon, and claimed he had won the duel. But it wasn't over.
Shining Angel effect.
When the smoke cleared, there was a monster on Alexis' board called Cyber Petite Angel. You see, when Shining Angel is destroyed, it allows you to summon a light monster with 1,500 attack or less from the deck. Meaning, when Shining Angel is destroyed, Alexis could choose one more monster to take its place. And according to the effects of Last Turn, the trap Zane had activated, any other scenario, apart from one monster remaining on the board, would mean the duel ended in a draw.
Yeah, that trap is terrifying as frick.
Alexis collapsed on the floor as soon as the duel ended. She hadn't beaten him, but she had shown him that it wasn't always about powerful cards, and that if you respect your deck, even the weakest monsters can help you out in a tough situation.
She relied on technique, which was cool, very, very cool.
Just before she was about to lose consciousness, she felt someone help her up to her feet. It was someone she didn't recognize, with brown messy hair and hazel eyes. It was a boy called Jaden Yuki.
Jaden!
You can count Jaden Yuki as present, thank you.
Now, if you like this video,
alright. Well, this is the end of What If Alexis was Protagonist instead of Jaden Part 2. If you like it, just tell me down below. And if you want me to react to Down 3, do the same thing. Alright, bye!